What's up everyone? I'm just in the office, I'm just on the charts. It's literally London open right now. So there's a big misconception out there that you need lots of money to trade with, that you need to trade with prop firms, and while prop firms are a great tool, I don't think it's true that you need a lot of money to trade with. I do think that you can actually, if you have the skill set, you can make a ton of money on a small capital. So what I'm actually gonna do for you guys is I'm gonna do an account flip from $1,000 to $10,000. I'm gonna document all of it. I'm gonna use high risk, especially at the start, very, very high risk. I don't care to blow it. In fact, I don't care to blow 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna see how we go. Maybe I won't blow it, but the goal here is to use high risk, turn $1,000 to $10,000. I'm trying to do this within around 7 to 10 days. I don't know how long it's gonna take. It very much depends on the market conditions, very much depends on the opportunities. The trades that I do take, they're gonna be signals that are actually, we give out to our members. So I'm gonna actually copy the trades that are placed as signals. That's how I'm gonna get this 1K to 10K flip. Show you guys that, hey, you don't need a lot of money. You can make a lot of money from a small amount of capital. You can change your life. I mean, what, $10,000, let's say you turn a grand to 10 grand. What can you buy with that? You can pretty much buy a Rolex. That's an investment that you have with you for life. It's going to go up in value. It's going to be a conversation starter. It's going to get you into certain rooms. It's going to elevate your mentality. So we'll see how we go, guys. I'm going to jump in the charts now, show you what I'm looking at, show you what I'm looking for, and see if a trade does present. If a trade does present, this would be my first trade on the account. And you can see here is the $1,000 account. We have it right there. I've just entered this, deposited into this. If we get a good trade to start off with, we're gonna get an account flip. And if we can get an account flip, we're on a very good start to go for that 10K balance. But guys, I'm gonna jump into the charts. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at here, and we'll go from there. Looking at gold now, I've just come onto the charts. I noticed we had a big bullish break of structure here, and price has done a really deep retracement into the demand zone. Now, after prices come into that demand, you see a big reaction here. If I step it down to the 1 hour, we'll see we've had a push up, which broke this structure, a retracement, and another push up, which did another bullish break of structure. Now, you might be saying, all right, we're in a demand zone, we've had 2 bullish breaks, we're gonna look for buys, right? But that's not how I trade. I actually go the opposite of the majority of traders. If I know everyone's buying, I wanna look for a reason to sell. And I can see reasons to sell right now. The fact is, we've had a demand zone, we've got 2 bullish breaks to the upside, everyone's buying now, everyone's looking for a retracement and a buy, or they're already buying based on structure. If I jump to the 15, you can see we have this push up, a retracement, and another bullish push to the upside, which creates a demand zone here. This demand zone, again, is where a lot of traders are gonna step in long, because again, it's internal structure. They just wanna continue with that momentum and push price higher. So this gives me an opportunity to actually look for a sell into this small support zone here. If I can catch this, that will be a nice little move. Again, we're looking at about 150 pip move there on gold. So we'll have to be patient with the entry. But if we do see what we need to see, we will enter this trade. Now, 5 minute, we don't see too much more, other than we have some rejection wicks to the upside. Nothing really going on here. On the 1 minute, we actually have a push down, a retracement, and I believe it's equal lows at the moment. Okay. Right now, what I'm seeing from the market is a good opportunity to look for a small short-term sell. Only concern I do have is this resistance zone here. So for me to make this make sense, I would need quite a bigger stop loss on this trade just to cover if price comes up, wicks above this high, and then continues lower. But based on what I'm seeing with the equal lows, I do expect price to raid that and look for a push lower. Now, if I just enter something like this, I am gonna have to put a bigger stop than I usually would put on this. I'm gonna go for about a 1 to 2 risk to reward trade here. But I'm gonna have to cover these highs and basically look for a push down into this demand. Once we react from this demand, it's giving me more confluence, more confidence as well that price will continue lower. So again, I'm gonna enter this one. I don't really know my lot sizes because obviously I don't trade with this sort of account. So I'm just gonna enter, again, like I said, high risk is what I'm trying to do here. I don't understand the lots. So I'll just do 0.5 with a sell. Okay. So I'm in at 3261.04. So I'm in here. I'm just entering higher lots. This is about judging on the loss. It's about a 10% risk on the account, which I'm definitely happy to take. More than happy to take this. But we'll see how it goes. We'll be watching this one closely. If it does lose, I'm happy. If it actually goes in our favor, then we got a very good start to the challenge. So let's see. And of course, I will place this one as a signal to the signal room, just with a bit of a different, okay, now because of the biggest stop loss, I am telling everyone to enter half size on the trade. And we have a target of 32.46.32. So basically I've signaled this exact trade out to the signal room. If this plays out, great. If not, that's totally fine. Everyone's in half size position here because our stop loss is usually half this size, to be honest, which is totally fine, no problem at all. But we'll see how this one goes. If we do get that meltdown, then we're gonna be looking good. Great start to the challenge. This is the gold trade I'm in now, currently floating at about 80 pips in profit. So I'm thinking, you know what, this is the start of the challenge. So what I'm gonna do here, we got $384 floating profit. So I'm gonna actually close the first trade now. I'm also gonna tell the signal room to close and take their profits as well. So first thing I'm gonna do, close, so $377 profit, you can see for the day. That's the first trade, so I thought, you know, let's secure a bit. Let's give us a little bit of a buffer to work with. Then if we lose 400 or something on the next trade, we're still at, you know, break-even level, $1,000. We can keep pushing from there. So what I'm gonna do is tell everyone inside the Telegram group as well to close this trade, close gold and the money emoji, because we're all making money together. There we go. All right, guys, that's amazing. We're gonna see how this rest of the day plays out. If I do enter another trade, this could go and hit the target, but at the end of the day, it's okay. I think first one, we wanna secure some money, that's number one. And then from the second one onwards, we can just continue to push and see what we can do. But that's trade number one. Let's see what happens next.
What's up, vlog? How's everybody doing? It's WFX here. We're about to do a fucking challenge where we're all gonna pick one asset.
Yes.
And we're gonna do analysis and say what we picked, if we're buying or selling.
Perfect. So we'll start with Dovi.
Oh, I'm starting first, yeah?
Yes.
I always start with the weekly to identify the previous weekly candle close. And I see that the previous weekly candle close was bullish, weak bullish, but still bullish. And the current weekly candle has no wick at the top. So it's more likely the price is going to continue higher. On a daily time frame, we have a bearish market structure, which means I would probably use a lower risk. Now, since I'm only looking for buys, I can drop all the way down to 30-minute time frame to look for my liquidity. And in this case, I see that a lot of liquidity is laying right around this area. This is where the price dropped, and right around this area, the price started accumulating without any rejection to the downside. So the price started moving higher. So the last thing I need is the price to go into this level, give me an entry confirmation. My thing is lagging, but I want the price to go into the level, show me rejection, and then I would probably buy.
Very nice. And what's your P&L sitting at this year so far?
Let me check. So these are all the trades. I started this account from April 8th, and these have been all the trades that I've taken so far.
Beautiful.
And the P&L is 170.
There we go.
And I'm trading on bull waves.
The best broker.
Yes, sir.
All right, Josh, your turn.
Look at the smile when he said best
All right, show us analysis.
The analysis, I'll give you the reason for the entry, but we're currently sitting in two trades right now. One USD JPY trade that we got into during London session. Here we are. Initially we had a sweep of the resistance here and a push to the downside. This is implying to everyone that we're seeing some continuation on the bearish price action. We know that we're going to target where everyone else is entering. We've been in this trade for some time now. We're only sitting at 1-to-1, but our first target, we're coming into this supply here. We're seeing a reaction up here. Nice. Our end target is going to be to take out this resistance and come into the supply here. Perfect. Furthermore, we're in another position on GBP USD, which is now made a lower low.
Double.
Where what we can see is that these are also some bangers that we caught yesterday, but we've seen price creeping its way up. What we saw was some equal highs here. Price came and swept that. Once we saw that, we have now entered. We had a retest of that high, and now we've made a lower low. So we're looking good. We're going to target.
Beautiful.
Maybe Asia low.
That's so Josh, no, it's not ICT. It's against ICT.
It's against ICT.
But Josh is a signals mentor. He's calling out a lot of trades also.
Yeah.
Always bangers, always great results.
If you want to actually become profitable, you know who to come to. That's JC. Come find me now.
Let's go.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Bank account is down below.
That's all.
So I'll show you guys
Another Australian trader.
a trade that I took yesterday. So this one is actually not too complicated. In my opinion, the less complicated your strategy, the easier you can do day trading. Because day trading, you're looking for basic things. You're not overcomplicating it, right? You're in and out. So here we had yesterday, it was a clear move to the downside. I mean, the market structure was very, very, very clear. So as you guys can see, look at this massive fucking dip down. We know that we're looking for a sell. So 50% of your decision making is already gone. You're looking for a sell, the market's going down, you're going to be trading with the market. You know, you're a retail trader.
Nice.
Now it's clear here, a bit of consolidation. We have a we have a support and resistance down here. So we know as soon as this breaks, we're going to continue our move down. Of course, like I said, we're looking for a sell. So what I did was simply wait for a confirmation candle. This came here. Look at this godly fucking drop down. As soon as it closed, by the way, make sure to always wait for the candle to close. Don't just wick out and then jump in the trade and then all of a sudden your stop loss is hit. Always wait for the trade candle to close. The volume is massive. We saw this, it closed, we entered, and look at this beautiful move down. Absolutely beautiful, take profit hit.
Beautiful.
And then today we took this trade here. So actually I closed this trade a little bit early. The beauty about day trading is you actually know what's happening live. So you can be in and out of trades depending on how the market is forming. You don't just have to put a trade in and forget about it. This set and forget stuff, it's all bullshit. You have to be looking at your trade and seeing what's happening with the market. Otherwise, you're trading blind. It's almost like setting a trade 3 hours in advance. The market changes all the time. You have to be ready to also adapt. So as you guys can see here, we entered this trade. I'll put it back on the 5 minute so you guys can see it a bit clearer. So as you guys can see, we're looking for a buy here. The market movement is clearly up. It formed a solid support here, but we're not going to enter the trade straight away. We needed a confirmation. The confirmation came with a closed green candle, so we entered this as a buy. Now, as you guys can see, it was moving beautifully. We got some nice profits here, but then it closed on a red candle. This to me tells me that the move down hasn't finished yet. So we actually exited this trade early on this blue line, which turned out to be a great decision because as you guys can see, it touched our stop loss, it wicked it down, and then went straight to our take profit.
Nice.
So if you are someone who you know, is looking at the trade, you're basically minimizing your loss, right? Which is half of trading. The less you lose, the more money you make. So we actually ended up making money on this trade instead of hitting a massive stop loss.
Right.
And yeah, otherwise if you're Mr. Set and Forget, you would have hit SL here. So
Exactly.
yeah, always be monitoring the trades.
Good advice.
Some people say set and forget, some people say set and regret.
Yeah, that's it. Talk to me, one piece of advice for a new trader that wants to hit winning trades like what we've just seen.
Being a profitable trader is not just a profitable strategy. Profitable trading consists of 3 things. I call it triangle formation. Profitable strategy, trade management, and risk management. If you have all of these 3 things in line, you're going to be a profitable trader. Just a strategy is not enough. Just risk management is not enough. Just trade management is not enough. All these 3 things will make you a profitable trader.
Amazing. Words of wisdom. And what about you? Something for a new trader?
Okay, on the back of everything you just said, a lot of people when they're trading, they get so lost in their different time frames, get lost in the 1 minute. All I have to say is when in doubt, zoom out.
Clean. Guys, so we can see that in the challenge so far, up $400. The trade that I did take actually hit its full take profit target, as you can see here. I did close it around this area there when it had the consolidation, but it did hit the full target, so it would have been about $1,000 profit. But it's okay, it's the first trade of the challenge. I'm gonna run this up to 10K pretty quickly, you guys will see. I'll show you step by step. Looking forward to it. Chilling with the guys, Mr. Dobby.
We're still at 1.5x.
There we go.
Currently on our USD JPY signal as well, so we're going good.
Very nice, very nice.
You know what I've been thinking? How crazy is that? That couple years ago, I was wishing about sitting with my boys in a smoking
With the
shisha
boys in Dubai.
in
with
Dubai.
Lamborghini.
We got fucking Lamborghini, Porsche GT3 RS, and McLaren parked outside. It's Tuesday. We're not in a rush. What a fucking dream, bro.
Let's go, guys, let's go. You see, that's what you get when you work hard and you're really achieving big things. What have we got here?
325K in the last 3 months.
There we go.
Every single trade.
I'm telling you guys, levels. There is levels to this. But I'll see you tomorrow. We'll continue the journey and let's see if I can hit this 10K.